overturn his election loss. Let's bring in CNN's Marshall Cohen, who has led our coverage on all of this, was our expert on everything Colorado-related a couple of days ago as well. Marshall, we lean on you for all the details and the backstory. One of the things that we're trying to figure out right now is, does Jack Smith have this tape? And if he does, what could he do with it? What's your sense of things?
Well, if he doesn't have it, he definitely wants to get it. It could be a huge piece of additional evidence for the Trump federal election subversion trial, which is scheduled to go to trial in March, although, of course, we'll see if that actually holds up. A critical piece of evidence because it fits into a pattern of Donald Trump pressuring election officials across the country to violate their oaths and block the certification of the results in key states. That's exactly what he wanted to happen in Michigan. And according to these tapes, which CNN has not obtained, but the Detroit News has, and they published some key excerpts. I'll read them to you now. The stuff here is pretty damning, Phil. The first quote is from President Trump, and he says, "We can't let these people take our country away from us. Everyone knows Detroit is crooked as hell." Those were the election canvassers in Detroit trying to convince them not to certify the results. Also on that call, the chairwoman of the Republican National Committee, Ronna McDaniel, it was her and the president. McDaniel said, "Do not sign it," referring to the certification papers. "Do not sign it. We will get you attorneys." And then Trump said, "We'll take care of that." Guys, why would you need attorneys if you're not doing anything wrong? That's an incredibly staggering point right there. And then the last thing from the call, according to the Detroit News, Trump said, "How could anybody sign something when you have more votes than people?" Okay, that's a false claim. That's a debunked lie. More votes than people because of alleged dead voters casting ballots in Detroit. It didn't happen. It was a lie. So Trump tried to use these lies to convince these officials to block the certification of the results. They tried to rescind their votes. They couldn't do it. The results were certified, and Joe Biden's victory was upheld in the critical state of Michigan.
Yeah, wow. It just shows how close to the line things could get. What about how Ronna McDaniel, still, by the way, the RNC chair, is responding?
Yeah, so McDaniel said that all she wanted to do was get an audit of the results before certification, just to check everything before certifying. And I'll read for you a response from the Trump campaign. They are pushing back pretty hard. The spokesman for the Trump campaign said that all of President Trump's actions were in furtherance of his duty as President of the United States to faithfully take care of the laws and ensure election integrity. But guys, that doesn't really hold up. Trying to ensure election integrity, that's not, election integrity is not overturning an election.
Exactly right. Marshall Cohen, thank you.